those online here, I believe a QR code is available. So all you have to do is scan the QR code. Next, you access the question submission platform. Next, choose the speaker and then compose your question and then submit the question. So 5 easy steps. But now I'm the panelist, so I believe I am privileged to raise the first question for both. So can you please tell me what is the most essential skills needed for anyone, for any professions who would like to join their industries in the next coming years?
Okay, I'll go first. I think what's very important for people who are interested to join the recruitment industry is that you should have this attitude that you like to be around people, or at least you like listening and talking with them, because for everyone you will think that you're just chatting with them, talking with them, but for recruiters, while we're talking, we're already assessing if you'll be the right one for that role. So that type of talent or that type of curiosity about a person. And at the end of the day, be genuine. So don't think about this person that you need to onboard this for your KPI or for your targets, but really be genuine that you want to meet and you want to know this person. And then of course there will be other skills there, but this is what I want the younger generation to remember. That you need to be a person that is willing to be with others, and you have a genuine attitude.
Thank you for that. I will have a follow-up question right after Rain.
Alright, so I think when you talk about skills, it's something na meron siya kailangan kaani, kailangan kaani. But me being so exposed in tech right now, like even leading some of the tech communities in Cebu, one thing that I noticed is very important. The organizations has becoming more collaborative.
Yes.
And dili na siya ingon nga grabe ka, dili siya dapat ang culture is competition dapat, right? So in order to progress as a organization and become a part of a team and become like you want to get ahead as well in this tech and to be able to have grow your network. For me, ang pinaka-underrated is, I don't know if you could call it skill, but empathy.
Empathy.
Because one thing that I noticed na if you're so knowledgeable but you don't have empathy towards others, isod di mo makita na, isod na mo makita nga this person needs help. So some people are so talented, but because you lack empathy, you cannot see that. So in order to uplift that person, you have to let that person be put on this na level up nimo. So if that person sees talented, make them a speaker. And that's the reason na ma-discover, and because of that, you saw that you have an empathy, that become an inspiration to others to actually speak up. So for me, it goes on yourself as a person, that having that empathy towards others, that would lead you to a lot of opportunities actually.
Thank you for that. And I think it is very sincere and genuine contributions that you have shared. But I have noticed that similarity for both is more on empathy, genuinity, and being sincere interaction. So follow-up question here is that given the digital world, you have mentioned about crypto, about Web3, and for you about remote hiring and meeting people around the world without meeting in a personal environment. So how do you, I would say, create this environment where you are still sincere, wherein you can provide empathy or show empathy in a digital sense?
I think for me, because every day I meet a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people, for you to have that balance of having empathy and still being genuine, we always have to go back to the purpose why technology was created in the first place. And it was created to assist humans in their day-to-day living. So at the end of the day, the technology that we use is a tool that will help us. For the other things that is required for the job, the thinking part, the judgment, assessment, that should still be coming from you, from the person. And then that's how we use technology effectively, by not letting it overpower us or take over majority of our role.
Great, thank you. So how do you manage the, we regret to inform you.
Oh. Honestly, if it's heartbreaking to receive that, right? That email. It's also heartbreaking for recruiters because we also want to, have you on board because we know how difficult it is to not have a job security in this economy. But in cases like that, aside from telling them that unfortunately they're not qualified, you also need to explain it to them why. So that your email, it's not going to be something that is depressing, but they will also see it as something to encourage them. They will realize, okay, so I was rejected because I don't have a training for this particular skill. Then I will train for that. So I try to be very descriptive about why they're not qualified so that, by the next 5 years, they will go back to my email and they will say, this recruiter helped me to become who I am today. So that's what I want to do.
Thank you. I think we can all relate to the to that rejection email, and we can always feel the sincerity as well, even if it's just something that we receive via email, no voice. But I think the messaging is also clear when it comes to empathy and that. Thank you for that.
Sakto dito. I also tried applying early. And I used to become like, apply lang ako in like direct. Kay most of the time, if you're in the community, referrals. So I really go back to doing the process. And after na akong sulat, like I was content writing for crypto. After na akong sulat pila ka oras, okay, you're rejected. Pero nindot kay pagka-story. But I was good kay mura ganahan lang sad ko mo experience with balik on how it is, like the process. You to humble you actually. And going back to the question, for me, it's you have to know your values. You need to be so clear about intentions. Okay, for example, in my industry where we talk about crypto, we're talking about millions.
Sure.
We're talking about dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of these transactions. And then some people, for example, that they come to Philippines and right, can you market about this meme coin and all? Say, okay, I don't think I can do meme coins, right? Because meme coins, marang ko na siya sugal po niya, market pa rin mo na siya in the public, and then, so you need to put yourself in a way na, you know yourself, you know your intentions, you know your morals, na dili ka ma-overpower of greed, dili ka ma-overpower sa money. So if you stick to that one, the people na maimo ma-network, the people na mo lead to you are as well the same values. Because I had this experience where I gave my all to some people, helping them out for free, only for me to realize that I was seen as a competitor. So that's the reason I took away and build like focus in Cebu. So I'm not gonna deep dive, but Philippines industry is very toxic. Sorry.
True.
So that's the reason you have to stick onto your values. Some let's admit that some people, Filipinos, downgrades other Filipinos, but other countries actually acknowledges us, right? So you have to put yourself na, okay, these are the people that I want to connect, I want to be with. So once you stick onto that, the people that you're gonna be meeting with will actually, same ang tagpuan, yung intention. So you guys will create more opportunities and collaborations.
Thank you for that. And I think it's going to be a reminder for many of us, as well as for our online viewers, when it comes to having your values. Because I would say in the digital world, it is very easy to forget. And it is very easy to lose your way. Because social media is, I would say everything is there. And you easily get lost with all the perceptions. And you forget your values. So thank you for that reminder when it comes to sticking to your values. Okay. So let me just go ahead and move on to the next question. So we already have like lots of questions lined up. So let me raise this first question to you, Rain. what specific challenges do you see women facing in the Web3 space and how we can address them?
I mean, that's always been. One example was when I went to Singapore last month, and then I was like, that's my first time Singapore, and this is my second time to get into an international conference. So, direct example, like all men in crypto, nasa circle. And then, isod kayo, unsa man yung pag-network nila. And then one time, when I went to the South Solana conference, and it's like, I have someone, a co-founder as well, niya, lucky man siya. So, they had a talk, and then, pailayla ko and all. Tapos, hey, I'm Rain, sabi siya. Yun ang gitan-on yun ang balik story ako. Co-founder, and I was like, oh my gosh. But, I mean, some others had like words now. They see women as a sex something symbol, like now that's an escort, like So the men in crypto in general, if you went outside of the Philippines, that's where you see a different culture. So that's just one thing, and the other thing that I've experienced is how you're not you're trying to be downplayed. So it's been that's the reason why I focus on personal branding, because if you don't build your personal branding, personal branding, by the way, is not just about logos, it's about you as a person. So to the point na other people, uy, she's been doing so good, so dito na kami bawon gipang referral di kay ani. So yeah, it's a different perspective when it comes to women, especially in this emerging technologies, AI, blockchain, kay you have to double, triple your efforts. And in order to do that is, again, go back into what your real intention is. And for me, even in the panel with men, ang ilang pangutana were like technical. Pangutana sa ako, why do we need women in Web3? So, I can answer the technical question, di ba? Yes. So, in order to really combat this one, you just have to, be more with women, uplift them to speak up, and also becoming like, hey, I'm a woman, but I'm not the same woman that you're actually thinking. In a way na murag gi-downplay ka, instead you have to uplift yourself. Ikaw per me mag-encourage, and the people that are there for you that sees you. So it's really challenging in the tech world, honestly, especially if you're someone trying to build something. So trailblazers that are women in tech are actually having a lot of challenges. But one thing that I love about where the global industries are heading right now, especially for big companies, they're now encouraging executives to have more women, having CEOs that are women, because again, this is tech. It's not always about logic. It has to have someone that has empathy. That's a way for people to actually grow and to make the organization a lot better.
Thank you for that. And I think it all boils back down to values, wherein you have to build your reputation on integrity and credibility. And yes, I agree with you when you said about hard work, irregardless of gender. So I think for those who are not accustomed to the digital world, they will say, oh, it's just easy for you because you're just sitting there in an air-conditioned room. You are not even sweating. You are not on the field. They do not, it's difficult to, I would say in a conservative sense, to acknowledge your efforts when it comes to being brainy and being techie in this world, especially if you're a woman. So thank you for that. Question 4, let me just go ahead and get this one. In what ways can digital tools help build a strong employer brand to attract top talent?
Wow, double that and pass it to the answers. Okay. So, using digital tech to, strengthen the employer brand?
Build a strong employer brand to attract top talent, yes.
Yes, okay, so I think it's during and after the COVID pandemic, wherein the whole employment world really changed. So now we're into work and life balance. So I think one way that we could utilize digital tools to improve our employer's brand is to show the applicants that in this company we are flexible. In this company, we have these tools that could make their job easier. And we also need to make sure that if they're not used to that tech, we have trainings to help you. So we need to give them the impression and that once you're part of this company, you're not just here to provide your services, you're also here to grow as a person and to also upskill. So these are actually some of the strategies that I would use during interviews, especially if, you know, I'm competing with a different agency as well, and then they give me bits and pieces about what the other agency has promised. So I'm gonna bring the bigger guns and show them that for this agency we have this and that, and we use digital tech for that as well.
Thank you for that. So I believe we still have lots of questions here for, I would say, interesting speakers and interesting topic. But I think in the interest of time, these questions will be posted online. If you have further questions, please feel free to add more. Our speakers here will be answering your questions and we will continue to post it online. So thank you so much for engaging in this activity. Let me hand off this back to our host, Vince. I don't know how many years of experience you have now, but thank you.
All right, thank you, Levin, for that. And thank you again, another round of applause for our speakers. Thank you, Jam. That was insightful.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Experience reveal.
Thank you. Pwede na mo sit
Levin, I'm
kay
really sorry
kanang mag-awarding
for
naman
that I
sa
shared, you know, you having 21 years. Okay, you know what? We are down to the last segment of our Yeah, I want to say hi to our online viewers. Thank you for staying with us. Okay, so like I've said, we're down to the last segment of our conference, and we will be showing a short video clip for closing remarks from, of course, our CEO and co-founder, Zana Gawan Taylor. Let's watch the video clip.
Hi, I'm Zana Taylor. I would like to take a moment to thank you for attending Day 1 of 2024 BSA Alexandria Accord. It's truly inspiring to see a group of passionate individuals get together to talk about digital technology and how we can actually leverage this technology to develop our unique qualities as human beings and become irreplaceable asset to an organization. So as we wrap up Day 1, let's look at the insights, the incredible insights that we learned today. As we wrap up Day 1, I would like to highlight one key essential takeaway: collaboration and communication. Despite the advanced tools that we have at our fingertips, none can build relationship or create a shared vision. None can replace how important human connections in forming collaborative teamwork. As we embrace these new technologies, let's not forget the real magic happens in our daily conversations, how we communicate openly, and how we collaborate with one another. The future in digital transformation lies in how good we are in leveraging these technologies to help each other. I would like to thank our speakers today, Joma, in talking about how we leverage technology in project management, Karen, in applying digital technology in creating websites, and also Jamie in how a recruiter's life has transformed with digital technology. Thank you so much for your time. I would also like to thank Rain for spending the afternoon with BSA and shared your incredible experience with us. I hope this would not be the last and there would be many more collaborations that we can do together. And finally, I would like to thank Chino for setting a great example to our team at BSA. We've heard all the amazing speeches on day one, but the best is yet to come. There's more inspiring, incredible speakers that we have lined up for day two. You'll have the chance to engage with more incredible speakers and connect with fellow attendees tomorrow. And remember, it's not just about learning about technologies, it's the network that you build, the connections that you create, and the people that you help as we go through our life. Thank you, and see you next year.
All right, a big round of applause for our CEO, Zana. I'm not sure, Zana, if you're online right now, but thank you for always reminding us how important human connection is in collaborating and, of course, in building a professional relationship. And that's one ingredient for us to move forward and become successful and grow as a company. Okay, so now we're not done yet. I want to call on Sir Chino Chua to be here on stage as we award our certificates and, of course, a token to our speakers today. Sir Chino, over here. And I'm going to call on our first speaker, Jomar Intong. Thank you. Okay, you can stand right over here. You can take a photo. Okay, we're good? All right, next speaker, of course, Miss Karen Lechoco. All right, thank you, Karen. I cannot read. All right, thank you, Karen. Next up, Jamie. Pagkuman, mana dan goodbye na dan day. Okay, thank you. And finally, Miss Rain, please join Sir Chino on stage. And speakers, get ready because I'm gonna be calling you up again on stage for a photo. Perfect, thank you. Okay, not yet. Everyone? Okay, everyone. All the speakers. After this, then it's going to be a group photo. All the speakers first. And please, everybody, after these photo ops, everyone come here on stage and let's take a photo. Over here? One more. All right, I think we got it. No, I'm not joining them. Thank you again, everybody. So now it's going to be a group photo. Yes. So am I going to ask everybody to come right up here on stage? Come on, everybody. Okay, let me try. Okay, everyone. Everybody, get up here on stage. Let's take a group photo. And of course, before we allow you guys to disperse, right? I also want to acknowledge the effort, of all the committees, the team who make this event possible. A big round of applause to Team L&D. Yeah, Miss Joy.